Everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here planning for the week of July 28th through August 3rd. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. For this week, I am using this kit called Tropical Hello Kitty from Organized Potato. I had originally planned to use it the previous week, but some unexpected early arrival of a baby showed up, so I swapped the kits to make it work out. But no big deal. I think it's going to work out totally fine. So to go with this kit, I do have enough headers because these are happy planner length kit things, so definitely no concerns there. The only thing I need to pull in are bottom washi and something to go up at the top. So I did pull in 2 bottom washies. This one I believe is a really old one from Michael's, definitely not available anymore. I think it's cute and it's the right color, so I'm going to use that. And then this one that has tropical plants, so some leaves and some flowers, things like that. I got this from AliExpress probably like 8 years ago. You can see it's slightly yellowed, but it still looks cute, so I'm going to use it. These should just fit, as the bottom washies is a little wider than I typically use together. And then I also have the Tombow dual brush tip pen. This is in color 743, which is this pink color. I'm going to use that for the headers. So my plan is to stick the todays at the top and then stick the to-dos where we would usually put to-dos. Even though there's no to-do situation with a full box. I don't think I've used any Organized Potato kits this year. Let's just take a quick gander through my planner. You can see it's kind of like shifted funny to accommodate the months. But if I take a quick look at my kits, I don't think I've used one this year. So I don't really have another example of, oops, I think I just bumped you, so I'm sorry about that. Another example of having used it. Yeah, I haven't used one of these this year. So we're just gonna wing it as we go, and we're gonna make it work. But I think my plan is to use, sorry, gotta bump you back, is to put down the header and then do the full box. I think that's gonna look better, even though the to-dos are actually gonna be below that further. And then I think we'll come back and do the full boxes, and then we might have to break again to be able to have me do some additional setup. But we're gonna see how it goes and see how things work. But I'm gonna stick down some headers and washi and all that good stuff, and then I will be back so that we can talk about next steps. All right, here's where we're at so far. I think it's looking pretty cute. I decided to put the month with the dates this way, which I have not done in a long time, just because with the week so split, it seems like it would be helpful to have that there. But yeah, so for the individual boxes, I feel like these 3 make sense on the Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday situation. That's not the right order, you know what I mean? I think this one in particular, because of where Hello Kitty is, I want to put it on Saturday to kind of like frame into the page. So there's that. The other 2, I don't know that they matter too much, but this one feels like a little bit, like Hello Kitty's a little bigger maybe than on the other 2. So I think I'm gonna stick this one on Thursday. There we go. And then I'm gonna stick this one on Tuesday. And I'm just gonna get these guys out of the way. I know this is not the order I usually pick things, but it seems helpful to just get them out of the way. All right, so that leaves these left. These 3 all have like Hello Kitties, and then these 2 are like patterns. And so I think it would make sense to have one of the ones that has a whole Hello Kitty be the quote box. I'm actually going to use this one just because I don't want them right next to each other with the Saturday. So that's what I'm gonna stick right here in the quote box spot. And then that leaves this one. I think I'm gonna stick this on Sunday. I feel like she's got Sunday vibes or something. And then this one that's very similar to the Hello Kitty that's on the Thursday box, I'm gonna stick on Monday just to kind of separate those out. And then that leaves the two patterns, which to me, I think are the same. Exact placement may vary, I don't even know. So I'm just gonna stick these two on the two remaining days. Just to kind of finish things up. There we go. Okay, that looks really cute actually. For these little checklists, I'm hoping I can fit them down here at the bottom, but I'm not 100% certain. So that's why I didn't want to stick anything in beforehand. So it looks like it's gonna overlap the washi a little bit, but I honestly don't mind that. So I think my plan is I'm going to actually pause yet again. And I'm gonna stick in the hydration trackers up here and these checklists down here at the bottom. And I'm gonna speed you through that before we talk about anything else. Okay, here's where we are at now, and it is looking super cute. And it's already a lot filled in now for the week, so that's also great. Looking at the sidebar, you can see that the columns are all pretty like one note, but I do want to make the sidebar kind of a little bit more colorful, perhaps. But I do think I don't need all of these habit trackers, realistically. I don't think I can track that many habits. I do have this rainbow, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on it. So that's gonna work for my meals. And I'm gonna just use the top line to write meals on it eventually. So my plan is to line this up with the bottom down here. And then line up like this. Perfect. And then I think we're gonna just fit what fits here, which actually in retrospect might be all 4 of them, even though, yeah, I think they're all gonna fit. So we're just gonna have to figure out what to track. But I'm gonna use them because I don't really like hoarding habit trackers either. Because that's just not very useful to me. This is actually way too many. Now I'm like second guessing my choices. Okay, maybe, I think maybe I'm just gonna stick with 2. I think that's probably enough. And then I'm gonna put 2 of these little dots here in the 2 colors that remain. And I'll just fill those in with a little bit of something. I'm not really sure what, but I will figure that out. These 2 habit trackers are going to be for socials for one, and then for movement for the other one. So do I want to use any of these guys for those icons? I did pull out this guy as well. So I could use like one of these. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I have like a little socials guy right there. And then for movement, do I have something in green that works for that? Well, this stuff is the wrong color. I could use this tennis ball. This is from Chasing Chels. The chances of me doing anything like super tennis related are pretty low. So I think that could work pretty well for movement, and the color goes pretty well. All that's done now. Sorry, that was a Creative Cavern Studio. Perfect. That looks cute. And then moving on to the daily plans, I did pull out all my work stickers, and I do want to use one of the multicolor options so that I can kind of keep up the color palette of each day. It's not going to be a perfect match, but I think it's going to get close enough that it'll be good. So I think I want to mark work on Monday with that one, and then I think I like, maybe we'll use the brighter yellow. And then I need pink. There we go. And then on the other side, it's gonna be green and then pink again. So I feel like it should be the same pink. Is that even possible? Let's see what's in the second half of this. All right, I can get the exact same pink there. Yeah. All right, these are more Creative Cavern Studio in the little planners, and I think that looks pretty cute. On Monday, I also have a plan with me that's going up, and I think for that, I'm gonna use this little exclamation point. There we go. Tuesday and Wednesday, I really don't know what's happening, and we're just gonna leave them blank. So Thursday, I've got work. Friday, I've got work. And then also on Friday, I'm going to have a video go up. This, I believe, will be my July monthly spread. So that'll be out before this, but I think that's what it's gonna be. So that's now up. And then I have for the weekend, literally no clue what it's gonna be. So I have some stuff left here to help with that spread, but so far I've been kind of matching the colors, so I'm gonna do my best to continue that for the rest of the week. But I think it's looking pretty cute, so stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here is the finished spread. I love how it turned out. It's so cute. I really tried to pull in things from the kit as much as possible, and all I have left is a couple of habit trackers, a couple boxes, and a couple of miscellaneous things. So really used that kit from Organized Potato quite well. I did pull in just a couple of other things as well to make this week work out. The Tombow pet on the top, this little icon from Creative Cavern Studio, this one from Chasing Chels, these little planner guys, also from Creative Cavern Studio, and the bottom washi. The top one is from AliExpress, and the bottom one is from Michaels. Both of these are from almost 10 years ago, so not really around anymore, I don't think. But yeah, I think that's everything for today and for this week. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave, leave me some sort of tropical fruit emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you and interact a little in the comments. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads. I tag the shops on Instagram. I include them along with a description in the alt text on Blue Sky. I also show you bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.